This past year, the Bishop Amat community has been tackling the many steps that go into an accreditation self-study. Every 6 years, schools across the state of California and the nation determine what they are doing well and what they need to improve. Over the past 18 months, Bishop Amat has been going through this process. Last year, parents, students, faculty members took surveys to give their opinions on the quality of Amat's academic programs, its co-curricular programs like athletics and clubs, their fine arts and performing arts programs, and many other aspects of the school. Using these surveys, in addition to many conversations held in faculty meetings and integral group meetings, the Bishop Amat community has generated a self-study that congratulates us on the many strong characteristics of school life, but also challenges us to improve in a few areas. The areas of improvement are articulated in an Educational Improvement Plan, or EIP. Today, in Homeroom, you will learn about the accreditation process, the visiting team of educators that will be on our campus in March, and the Educational Improvement Plan that is being discussed by the different parts of the school community. So what is accreditation? Well, every 6 years, schools across America have to take a hard look at what they've accomplished and what they still need to work on. This process, which involves all the different members of the school community, which includes parents, you, the students, the faculty, the staff, the administration, it culminates with a visit from 6 members of WCEA, which stands for the Western Catholic Educational Association. Accreditation is the process where a governing body like WCEA recognizes and confirms that Bishop Amat is a school that prepares students for colleges and meets the standards of education set forth by the United States Conference of Bishops, but also the United States of America. When Bishop Amat gets accredited, it means that your high school diplomas have value. Accreditation assures colleges and universities across the nation that your 4 years here were well spent and that they were a good preparation for the rigors of higher education. Who's in charge of accreditation? Everyone's in charge. When students think about Bishop Amat, the first thing that comes to mind is probably their classmates, their teachers, the sports they play, or the activities they're involved in, but all schools have many more components. Your parents are an important part of the school community, as are the administration and staff that helps the school run on a daily basis. All members of the school community have an important stake in this accreditation process. As students, your biggest role so far in the accreditation process was the extensive survey you took last year, which allowed you to voice your opinion on the many aspects of high school life. Those survey answers were taken into account when generating our self-study. Today represents the second step of this process for students. Today, you will see a rough draft of the Educational Improvement Plan and have an opportunity to voice your opinions regarding the direction Amat should take. It's vital that students have a stake in the future of Bishop Amat. This is your school, after all. So, what is this site visit, and what should you expect as students? Well, on March 6th, all the way through Wednesday, March 8th, Bishop Amat will be hosting a 6-person WCEA visiting team who will be observing our school. This visiting team will have read our self-study and will want to verify what has been written. They will be meeting with different groups. They'll be observing students in classrooms as they learn, and they're even going to be pulling aside some of you randomly during the 3 days to speak to you about your experience at Amat. While the visiting team is here, please feel free to be yourselves. Much like when a teacher is being observed by the administration, students shouldn't put on an act or try to impress them. The visiting team is here to see the normal, everyday learning that takes place every day on this campus. Bishop Amat's biggest strength is the quality, the curiosity, the creativity of its students. You are all the life of the school and the reason for the school's existence. The faculty is excited for the visiting team to experience what they see and experience on a daily basis. So why should this accreditation matter to you, the students? Accreditation matters to students for two big reasons. First, we want all of your hard work to mean something. When Bishop Amat gets accredited, it means that colleges and universities across the nation know that you are a quality student, and you should have a good chance of being admitted to their academic programs. Getting accredited assures the Amat community that your parents' sacrifices to pay tuition and support you and your education was all worth it. The second big reason that students should care about accreditation is because it provides a forum or a place for them to be heard. You spoke loudly last year when you answered the surveys. You told us that there are some amazing things going on at Bishop Amat. But you also pointed out that we need to continue to improve in some areas. Today is another step in that direction. During this homeroom period, you will have the opportunity to express your opinion after reading the Educational Improvement Plan. Your role will be to make suggestions as to how we as a school community can best meet the goals of the plan. Thank you ahead of time for your participation in this process. We're excited to hear all that you have to offer today during homeroom. The Bishop Amat community has identified 4 main areas for improvement over this accreditation cycle. The first area for improvement concerns the Catholic identity of the school. Number 1 on the Educational Improvement Plan reads, Bishop Amat High School will increase the vitality of the school's faith formation activities among all constituents to more accurately reflect the Catholic essence of the high school. We feel here at Bishop Amat that this process has already started. The creation of the lighthouse, adding special events like yesterday's Twilight Retreat, and inviting parents to participate in the faith life of the school are all things that we've done in the past few months. However, we want to go further. The single greatest thing that differentiates Bishop Amat from other high schools is its Catholic identity. We want to work towards making an already vibrant faith community even more powerful, more spiritual, and a part of daily campus life. This first part of the EIP will address this need. The second component of the Educational Improvement Plan involves the teaching and learning at the school. It reads, Bishop Amat High School will directly facilitate the utilization of teaching strategies that mesh with 21st century pedagogy and learning, especially pertaining to improvements to technology infrastructure, utilization of online tools, and collaboration among educators. This component in the plan challenges teachers and students to think critically about the way that learning is happening on campus and create ways that better address the needs of students in a 21st century environment. This plan can't be accomplished by simply saying, we should use iPads or Chromebooks in the classroom, or we need to have online classes. Rather, we are looking to devise ways for students and teachers to critically consider what types of learning will be most beneficial to students, given the new realities that graduates will face in college and in the workforce. We want to build a plan that helps Bishop Amat create learning spaces that support all students. How can we do this? The third component of the Educational Improvement Plan centers around a major capital improvement occurring on campus in future years. It reads, Bishop Amat High School will plan for the capital improvement associated with the addition of a performing arts center to campus. Planning and implementation will include reorganization of program locations, consideration of staffing and policies that ensure use of the facility, and maximizing the building's utilization by the school and the greater community. As some of you may know, Bishop Amat received a generous donation that will go towards the building of a new performing arts center located on the land currently used by the faculty house. This new improvement to our campus is exciting, and it will create many new opportunities, but it will also bring with it new challenges. Even though a theater on campus would be mostly used by performing arts groups and, we'll be hosting concerts and shows, it would be foolish for us to only use such a powerful new tool in such a limited way. How can we best use a new state-of-the-art building to support the academic and social needs of all students on campus? How might the new building serve as a resource to the surrounding neighborhood, community, or local parishes? These three parts of Amat's Educational Improvement Plan will serve as the basis for today's discussion in homeroom. The fourth piece of the plan, the Educational Improvement Plan, will interest you less, so it doesn't need to necessarily be discussed at length today. However, for your knowledge, it reads, Bishop Amat High School will work collectively to increase student and family engagement and connection to the school's mission, thereby positively affecting student attrition and enrollment. This final piece is an effort on our part to help families stay at Bishop Amat once they've started their high school experience with us. Thank you so much for your attention and participation in today's homeroom activity. As I mentioned before, you are a critical part of this process. We want and need to hear from you, and we need to include your thoughts and insights into the creation of this plan. Although the four major areas have already been identified, each of them will eventually include many steps in order to accomplish those goals. This is where you come in. Each of you will be given a reflection sheet with the wording from the Educational Improvement Plan. I ask that you spend 15 to 20 minutes reflecting on the goals, the three goals that were just discussed, and write down notes and ideas that explain how you think Bishop Amat should go about accomplishing those goals. What direction should we take? Each homeroom has been assigned a class officer or an ASB commissioner to help with this process. They and your homeroom teacher will work to facilitate a discussion so that all of your voices can be heard. Additionally, they'll take notes so that your thoughts and ideas can be brought to the attention of faculty and administration. Your ideas and suggestions are what will help shape the Educational Improvement Plan.